Hi, I'm Kai. Did you know behind every fear, there's an idol? An idol is something that you place above God or place in your life to be your God. So, oftentimes when we think of an idol, we think of objects such as our phones, our dirt bikes, our four-wheelers, things like that. And although those can be our idols, an idol can also be stage fright or not wanting to let go of control or laziness. Now you might be thinking, man, I struggle with those things, but what makes them an idol? What makes them an idol in our life is when we are letting those things control and dictate what we do. So if we're letting stage fright hold us back from singing or talking and doing the will of God, then that's an idol because we're not surrendering our lives down to God. So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes letting go of wanting to be in control can be really hard for me. I oftentimes have to stop myself throughout the day and tell myself, Kai, instead of thinking, how are you going to get yourself out of this situation, you need to stop and pray and ask God for His wisdom and guidance. This winter, I tried snowboarding for the first time, and by the time we got to lunchtime, I was so ready to quit because I was so bad. And as I was talking to my older brother, Kaylin, I was asking him, are you gonna let me quit or are you gonna make me go out there again? And he's like, oh no, you're not quitting. But I was watching you snowboard, and what you're doing is you're too stuck in your head. You're too stiff. You need to loosen up. You need to relax your body, bend your knees, and just full send it. You can't put your trust in yourself. You need to trust God that you will be fine. And that happens to us a lot throughout the day and throughout our lives. We trust ourselves too much when really we should be trusting in God. In Luke 9:23 it says, and He said unto them all, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself, take up his cross daily, and follow me. So each day we need to surrender our burdens, our idols down at Jesus' feet and take up His cross and follow Him. Galatians 2:20 says, I am crucified with Christ, nevertheless yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave Himself for me. So we're not living for ourselves, and when we take up His cross and surrender our lives down to God, He is the one living in us, and we need to trust in Him. And lastly, Jeremiah 17:7 says, blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope is in the Lord. So we need to lay down our idols, whatever they may be, trust in God, and remember that all things are possible through Him. Thank you so much for joining me on Here I Am Sunday.